Y estamos con una hermosa chica, su nombre es Stephanie. ¿Cómo estás, Stephanie?
Hola, muy bien, ¿y tú?
Muy bien, muchas gracias. Y para los caballeros que se preguntan cuál es el ID de Stephanie, su ID es el 209759. 209759. Stephanie, cuéntanos, esta es tu primera noche de evento, ya tenías la oportunidad de participar en otros eventos anteriormente.
No, de hecho, hoy es mi primer día del evento. Estoy muy emocionada en participar.
Qué bueno, Stephanie, ¿qué esperas encontrar la noche de hoy? ¿Qué es eso que estás buscando en el próximo futuro pareja que vas a tener?
Bueno, pues me encuentro en la búsqueda de una persona ideal con quien compartir. Y más que todo eso, o sea, conocer una persona pues que cumpla pues con el perfil que yo busco, por decirlo así. Y pues eso.
¿Y qué son esas, por ejemplo, digamos, 3 cositas importantes para ti que buscas en tu próxima pareja?
Ok, pues busco más que todo pues una persona atenta, detallista, pues servicial, más que todo eso, o sea, que tenga actitud de servicio, que sea atento.
Nada, eso está súper bien, Stephanie. ¿Y tú eres de aquí de Barranquilla?
Sí.
Qué bueno, entonces me imagino que te gusta bailar también.
Sí, también. Soy un poco pues tímida al principio, pero sí, o sea, más que todo las características de una mujer costeña es eso, o sea, que le guste pues bailar, pues ser extrovertida, y pues al momento de que uno pues coge más confianza, pues uno puede lograr eso.
Entonces tú eres una persona que de a poco a poco tú vas cogiendo confianza, pero no desde el inicio, sino que te tienen que ir conociendo y tomarse el tiempo realmente de saber quién es Stephanie.
Exactamente.
Súper bien. Stephanie, vamos a hacer una pequeña actividad. La idea es que saques 3 preguntitas y las leas y las respondas. ¿Listo?
Ok.
Comencemos con la primera.
Bueno, la pregunta es, ¿te gustaría tener hijos y cuántos? Bueno, actualmente yo tengo una hija de 6 años. Sin embargo, no estoy cerrada a la posibilidad de tener otro hijo, por decirlo así. Soy una persona muy joven y por tal motivo no
descartas esa posibilidad.
Exacto.
¿Cuántos años tienes, Stephanie?
Tengo 26.
Ah, bueno, es que estás muy jovencita todavía. Claro que sí, claro que puedes tener más hijos en el futuro. Sí, claro, es con un buen hombre, con un hombre respetuoso, que realmente llegue a ganarse todo tu corazón.
Correcto, eso es.
Miremos la siguiente pregunta.
¿Con qué animal te identificas y por qué? Bueno,
Es una pregunta difícil.
no, o sea, sí es difícil, pero con el animal que me identifico, pues, es con el águila, ¿ya? Es un ave que de por sí es muy analítica y yo me considero una persona analítica. Puedo observar todo, pues, también me considero una persona perfeccionista y siento que el águila tiene, pues, esas cualidades también como...
Porque en su vuelo, en la forma de cazar y todo, debe ser una persona que calcula muy bien las cosas y que se toma también el tiempo de tomar decisiones. Me imagino que no, el águila no tomará las decisiones
a la ligera. Exactamente, pues, el águila.
Súper bien. Miremos la última preguntita.
Ok, ¿cómo serían tus vacaciones perfectas? Pues a mí me gusta mucho el mar, ya, me gustan mucho las playas, entonces en mis vacaciones perfectas cualquier sitio pues
Que tenga playa,
agradable, que sea tranquila, pues puedo conectar con eso. Entonces me gustan cualquier sitio que tenga la playa perfecta, pues ahí estoy.
Entonces eres una mujer más de clima calientico, ¿cierto?
Sí, o sea, no descarto el clima frío, pero o sea, los dos ambos me gustan.
Qué bueno, eres una mujer también que se adapta muy fácil a cualquier cambio que tenga en la vida.
Sí, así es.
Bueno, Stephanie, yo espero que en la noche de hoy puedas encontrar un caballero que llene esas expectativas que tienes y también, si no es a través de esta noche, del evento que estamos organizando el día de hoy, pues que pueda hacer próximamente con este video que tienen los caballeros, te pueden conocer un poco más de ti.
Ok, listo.
Estás muy bien, Stephanie. Bueno, estamos en la segunda noche de evento aquí en la ciudad de Barranquilla y estamos con otro nuevo hermoso perfil. Su nombre es Andrea. ¿Cómo estás, Andrea?
Muy bien, ¿y tú cómo estás?
Muy bien, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos y ahora queremos saber un poco más de ti porque hay muchos caballeros que ven esta entrevista y se preguntan un poco acerca de tu vida. Cuéntanos si eres de acá de la ciudad de Barranquilla, si tienes hijos, te gustaría tener hijos en el futuro.
Ok, listo, bueno, yo soy de Sincelejo.
De Sincelejo.
Sí, llegué recientemente a Barranquilla. Bueno, hasta el momento no es mi plan tener hijos, pero más adelante esperemos que sí. tengo 22 años.
Ah, bueno, es que estás muy joven también.
Total. Entonces, pues ahorita quiero como que otras cosas primero antes de establecer esas. Bueno, ¿qué más les puedo contar de mí? Bueno, soy muy apasionada por mi trabajo.
¿Qué trabajas?
Yo soy cosmetóloga y esteticista.
Ay, súper bien.
Entonces me gusta mucho lo de la estética.
Cuidar también de ti,
Exacto.
porque puedo ver que también, mejor dicho, tienes una piel hermosa y también el maquillaje muy hermoso.
Ay, gracias. También eres hermosa. Y me gusta también cuidar a las otras personas
Ay,
que estén bonitas y que se sientan igual por
yo
dentro.
creo que eso es de pronto una de las cosas que tendrías de cualidad cuando tienes una pareja. Si te gusta el tema de cuidar a los demás, me imagino que así eres cuando tienes también una pareja estable.
Exactamente, sí, me gusta.
Pero
Me gusta que las personas se sientan bien consigo mismos.
súper, Andrea. Bueno, y queremos saber más de ti. La idea es que hagamos una pequeña actividad donde tú sacas 3 preguntas, las lees y las respondes. ¿Listo?
Listo.
A ver, ¿cuál es la primera?
¿Eres más dominante o dominada? Dominante.
Dominante. Sí. Bueno, yo le digo a los caballeros que vienen que la mayoría de las latinas somos un poco así, un poco más dominantes, pero de una forma dulce. No somos
Exacto.
de imponer las cosas, sino somos de llegar a puntos medios donde también la idea es
Dialogando.
Exacto.
Que se pueda llegar a un acuerdo. Que los dos estén bien con la decisión.
Pero también como buenas latinas no nos gustan que nos impongan las cosas, sino como, bueno, dime las cosas con suavidad, con ternura y de pronto así podemos dialogar mucho, mucho mejor.
Exacto, así es.
Miremos la segunda.
La segunda. ¿Qué tipo de película te gusta ver? Y bueno, me gustan mucho las películas de misterio. Me
Que te
encanta.
mantienen entretenidas hasta el
Exacto.
final.
Que tienen mucho misterio, drama, que siempre te tienen ahí como que qué va a pasar, más que todo eso.
Y bueno,
Pero en general el cine me encanta.
Y te pregunto, Andrea, ¿y eres una mujer misteriosa? O sea, ¿mantienes un cierto misterio cuando estás conociendo a alguien?
Bueno, al principio sí.
Ok.
Cuando la persona ya me da confianza, bueno, ya ahí me
empiezas a abrir un poco más.
Exactamente.
Y vamos conociendo un poco más de Andrea.
¿Cómo te defines en una sola frase? Soñadora,
Eres una mujer soñadora.
bastante.
Y que, por ejemplo, ¿qué sueñas a futuro, a un corto plazo? ¿Qué te gustaría?
Bueno, primero que todo, independizarme, porque siempre he sido de mi casa, mi papá, mi mamá, independizarme y pues montar mi propia empresa.
Ay, está súper bien y ojalá puedas alcanzar esos sueños también, Andrea. Y bueno,
por favor de Dios.
más.
Looking for the perfect setting to find true love? Look no further, because Barranquilla awaits you with open arms to offer you a romantic trip full of emotions and opportunities. Be part of our upcoming Latin tour. Start this August 10th. Meet the most beautiful women of Barranquilla. Have dates with singles and find love. Submit your order at barranquilladating.com. Call us in our Phoenix office, +160-255-38178. Write us, afabquilla@gmail.com. Or office manager Claudia in Barranquilla, +5730-222-881962. Love is waiting for you around every corner.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to the Latin show, guys. It's my pleasure to have you here. It's Wednesday, and my name is Maria for the ones who don't know me. So welcome back to me. Welcome back to you. I was gone for a couple of weeks and in vacation, so I know you have been with Manuela, Alexandra, and everybody. All of our beautiful stuff. So that is great. And so I'm happy to be back tonight. And as usual, we have something prepared for you. So we're going to talk about why Colombian women, why moving to Colombia. Obviously, we're going to talk about the upcoming Barranquilla tour and a little bit about our Elite Club VIP services, because I do get a lot of requests from you guys. And so let's just start. For tonight, so what we're going to do, as I said, let's start with what you have to do if you want to travel to Colombia, right? So that is maybe what most of you guys are looking forward to, or I look forward to, if you can come to Colombia and can really meet the women here in this country, not only like from home, not only virtually, like if you really can come and meet, that is our aim. So that is why I always say, come guys, don't wait, Colombia is beautiful, and I would tell you that tonight as well. So what do you need to travel to Colombia? The good thing is you don't really need a lot. The only thing you need is to fill out this check migration form, check migration form, check mig form. It's a form, you fill that out before 2 hours prior to your travel. You can do it up to 72 hours prior to a travel, but we usually recommend doing it 24 hours prior, but you can do it up to 2 hours. You can even do it at the airport, right? But you have to show it usually at the check-in, where you put your bags, where you get your bags and your boarding pass. Usually they ask you for that check migration form. So did you fill that out? If you didn't, you can do it right there. You can obviously do it prior. That'd be maybe less stressful, but you can do it at the airport. You need like 30 minutes. So if you want to do it there, you can do that, but come with time ahead. I was one of those people before pandemic that usually came very late always to the airport. I hated to wait at the airport. I usually was the one who was like 1.5 hours before an international flight, and maybe an hour before a national flight, or 45 minutes. So depending if I have luggage or no. But that, it does not work anymore. I mean, I'm trying to be right now really 3 hours. It's a lot, but 3 hours, and sometimes even that is not even enough, depending where you are, depending on what airport, and also if you have layovers. The ones of you who come from far, maybe from Europe or also from different parts of the United States, depending where you're going to fly from, you have to have a layover. So try to have time in your layovers as well, because losing a flight, we just had it happen. We were in the United States the last week, so it was really beautiful, but we had our flight canceled. And we were at several flights really 3 hours prior, and we did nearly not make it because of security, because the line was so long, sometimes to check in or an extra document. So really try to go with a lot of time ahead to the airport. It's better to sit somewhere in a restaurant, drink a beer, drink a coffee, look out of the window, read a book, watch your movie or whatever, than being stressed and losing the flight and losing also your dates, right? Because a lot of you guys have your dates set up before you fly. You don't have to do that. You can also come in the office, and we set them up in the office for you. But I recommend you setting them up prior, because obviously the women also have plans, right? So if you come in the office today and say, I want to meet her tomorrow, maybe she's gone, maybe she's out of the city, maybe she's vacation, maybe she's sick, maybe she's there. Maybe she has to work, whatever, but the better is if we have a couple of days prior to that, she can schedule her time too. So that is definitely something I recommend you. And so, but for that, as I said, going back to the airport, need a little bit of time prior. You need only the check migration form and a flight out of the country. Doesn't have to be home, but you have to have a flight out of Colombia. Because they want to see that you don't stay in Colombia, right? So like in other countries. So you have obviously a visa. When you enter Colombia, you don't have to do anything for a visa. You get the visa at the entrance, and you can stay up to 90 days. And but anyway, even after 90 days, you have to show, or 78 days or 88 days, you have to show your flight out of the country. So it can be a flight to Panama, can be a flight to Ecuador, can be a flight to Germany, can be a flight back home. Most of you will probably go home, but some of you say, hey, maybe I don't really know. I had several clients asking, say, yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to stay, so I don't really want to purchase a flight. They will ask you. So I would recommend you, or you buy a flight which is refundable, like changeable. You can you can modify it and change the date. So for example, you buy it for the 30th of August and you can change it to the 7th of September. So maybe that's possible. Or it's also possible to buy a flight and then cancel it when you are in the plane. Most of the airlines have a 24-hour free cancellation policy. And so a lot of people do that too. So that's a little secret tip. So you can do that, or you buy a flight which is which you can modify, right? And that's it. You need a flight out of the country and the check migration form, and then you can come. For most of the parts of the world, it's easy to come to Colombia. Obviously, it's some far further away, but for example, to the United States, you can go to Miami. It's the easiest, or Houston is a huge hub. There are different hubs, obviously, where you can fly into. There are direct flights to Barranquilla, Cartagena, Santa Marta, Medellin from the United States. As I said, Moscow from Miami, but there might be different options too. Panama is another hub where a lot of flights come in. And so, for example, Panama, Santa Marta, Panama, Barranquilla, Panama, Cartagena is possible. And yeah, so just check what is the best connection for you. We have Eric Lee. Hi, Eric. Nice that you are here tonight again. I always love that you tune in and always send us the updates about our flight information. He said that the Cleveland trip, round trip, Cleveland to Medellin round trip during the AFA tour, which will be in September. So Medellin will be in September and Barranquilla will be in August. So both are our next upcoming tours to Colombia. Anyway, if you don't want to go on a tour, you can always come, right? If you say, I can do it on that tour date, I can do it in September, you can always come. But the price right now is $403 round trip from Cleveland to Medellin. Includes full-size bag. Sorry, my thing just updated. Full-size bag, checked bag, seat choice, and early boarding on Spirit Airlines for $403 and $255 with no extras. So no bag, no seat choice, and no early boarding. So you pay $150 extra for those benefits, but you have a bag, you have a seat, and you have the early boarding with Spirit. And there's American Airlines, there's United Airlines, there's Copa Airlines, so you can fly different. Copa is in Star Alliance with, I think, United as well. So, no, I'm sorry, I think that was the wrong information, but check the alliances the airlines have so you can use your miles and you can use your benefits you get, right? So even Copa, as I said, is an alliance. I think it's Star Alliance. And so you have to see if you're a member of that so you can get maybe extra miles. Okay, so that about how to get here. So the next thing to why you're getting here is obviously meeting women and also meeting the country. And the next tour is Barranquilla. So obviously I will tell you a little bit about Barranquilla. And maybe we can even start. I don't know if we have already that our promotional video. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Kevin, if you can show the initial video, please, for the Barranquilla tour, and then I tell you a little bit more about Barranquilla.
Looking for the perfect setting to find true love? Look no further, because Barranquilla awaits you with open arms to offer you a romantic trip full of emotions and opportunities. Be part of our upcoming Latin tour. Start this August 10th. Meet the most beautiful women of Barranquilla. Have dates with singles and find love. Submit your order at barranquilladating.com. Call us in our Phoenix office, +160 255 178. Write us, afabquilla@gmail.com. Or office manager Claudia in Barranquilla, +5730 222 881962. Love is waiting for you around every corner.
Promo video already, maybe some of you saw it already. And it's just like, you know, a little recap why Barranquilla is Barranquilla, and you can see it. It's like moving, energy, fun, the women are dancing, the women are having that energy. You can feel it. I don't know if you have felt it. I feel it every time, and it's really like you get to Barranquilla and it's that. You hear music and people start to dance and the women are joyful and grateful and happy, and it's just a great experience. So Barranquilla, I know that organic chocolate, I already saw organic chocolate. I'm happy for you. So I just got your email. So I was, before we started the show, like 1 minute, I was starting to read your email, but I didn't get to the thing. I just saw that you gave us a really beautiful review, and I'm really happy that you had a great time. So let me see. Organic chocolate is saying you really should visit Barranquilla. It's a hidden gem. I agree with you. It's a hidden gem, and it's I should not say it because I love all of the cities and I love all of the tours, but Barranquilla is always special. I cannot really tell you. It's the people. It's the people, because really from the city, if you just go by touristy, just like what is the most beautiful city, if we just go by beauty, everybody would probably say Cartagena. Cartagena Old Town is just amazing. So also, if you want to go to Cartagena, go to Cartagena. Cartagena is so beautiful. And the next tour is in November, but if you want to go prior to that, and obviously there's still time until November, so you can go in August. We have a lot of clients coming. So Cartagena is probably the most beautiful city. And Medellin is probably the coolest city. But Barranquilla is, I don't know how to tell you, but it's special. It's like really, you get there and you are in a good mood. Like the people are just so contagious. The energy, the women, the appreciation of the women is a different one as well, because it's not that touristy, because they are not that spoiled by tourists. So I love the Barranquilla tour. If you're on the fence, guys, we still have spots left, very few, but we still. So go on that tour, because you will not regret it. Like maybe we have some of our ex-Barranquilla participants, guys, if you are here, if you're watching that, maybe you can help and give us a little feedback. How is Barranquilla? How are the women? Did you have a great time? How are the tours? I really enjoy it. It's for me one of the most special places to go, and it's a hidden gem. So let's see what Organic Chocolate is saying. The ladies there are incredibly sweet and lovely. Plus, they know how to have a great time and take care of you. That's exactly that. Like I don't know, you really feel at home. You really feel it like a family. Like it's like, oh, you came to Barranquilla, come here. I will tell you, I will help you, I will take you, I will protect you, and I will have fun. And we will have fun. So it's not that I'm saying they're not serious. The women are very serious, but they are very fun. Like it's not boring, you know? And so I would also recommend you, if you go to that city, get out of your little shyness, you know. It will take time, and not every woman, there are women who are very shy, who are not that outgoing, but the energy you will see on the socials, if you see some of our footage, we always dance a lot in Barranquilla. You put one music on and then every Barranquilla woman is dancing. So it's a lot of fun. It's just really a really great vibes, really great energy. So I found a hidden gem of a lovely lady in Barranquilla, Organic Chocolate. I heard that you were successful, so that is really cool. I really love that to hear. Don't miss the chance to discover your own precious gem in this amazing city. Barranquilla is a paradise. I just have to take a moment to give an enthusiastic shout out to Claudia and Sarah from Foreign Affair. Yes, definitely Barranquilla office. Words cannot express how grateful I am for the exceptional service they provided during my stay in Barranquilla. Organic Chocolate, I'm so happy. I heard they told me, and I'm so happy. Claudia is amazing. You guys already saw her, met her here. Some of you met her in person. Sarah, one of our best translators. Lots of you know her as well. And in general, our team in Barranquilla, in every city, but it's very lovely, and I'm happy, Organic Chocolate, that you were able to enjoy it, to have that beautiful experience, because really we love when you come and we take care of you, and the staff takes care, and we really want you to be happy and to find that beautiful person that is beautiful, that is the match for you, right? So I'm really, really happy to hear that, Organic Chocolate. I had another really good news yesterday. Just coming back from everything coming in, another couple got engaged, and so they just met like 8 weeks ago. It was not on the tour, but it was during the Medellin tour. He was not on the tour, but he was going on dates while the other guys were on the tour. And so they got engaged as well. She is from Medellin and he's from the United States. So they got engaged, and looking forward to have a family soon and to marry soon. So that is really cool. So we have another really good update there. So that is really, really cool. Squishy Plums, are there first class tickets to Barranquilla? I think so, depending the airline you're flying to. I think there's American Airlines flying into Barranquilla. I don't know if American Airlines, every flight has first class. I know there's business, but I don't know if there's first class. So I would just recommend you checking with American Airlines, with United. This is that American Airlines, United Airlines, Copa Airlines are usually the ones who are mostly flying into Avianca. Avianca is great too. Avianca, I think, has no first class, but they have business class. But American Airlines, I think they should. Don't drink before a flight. If they think you are the slightest bit inebriated, they will deny you boarding. Jeremy, Yes, I think that's good advice too. Like, I mean, I think if you get a drink, a wine or whatever, obviously, and you know that even on board they send you some alcohol. But yeah, definitely to be drunk, and I don't know if maybe they got a little bit more strict. But generally, it's I think a good idea, and also I think it's not that great when you're on the attitude. You know, like you need to drink a lot in general to hydrate a lot in a plane, and so alcohol doesn't really help there. Brad G is saying, as always, thanks for hosting these events, of course, Brad. And we're looking forward. We have a couple of more coming up this year. So we have Barranquilla now in August. We have Medellin in September, and then we have Cartagena in November. So you can, each city we have this year. And we're planning for the schedule for next year. Some of you are already asking for next year. So by Monday, Tuesday, hopefully we have a new tour schedule up. And so we're working right now on the dates for next year. We're planning on putting another tour for Barranquilla out so that we have another one in October next year. And so we're going to have more tours and more possibilities for you guys to come. As I said, anyway, if you do not come to a tour, we have the possibility that you meet anytime. You can hop on a plane tomorrow, next week, whenever, and you can come, right? And then you pay per introduction. That's possible. So you go pay by women you would like to meet. So you want to meet 4, you pay for 4 introductions, or you want to do the Latin Club. The Latin Club is like an individual tour where you get the airport pickup included and up to 21 dates per week. So that is another package, and in the end it's cheaper. So if you do quite a bit of dates, the Latin Club is a cheaper option for you. If you do just few dates, then the individual introductions is a good idea. Then we have obviously our video calls, and then we also have our Elite Club. The Elite Club is a 101. It's a personalized matchmaking server, a private. It's a personalized VIP matchmaking server. So you get like a lot of attention. It takes a couple of months. You know, most of our services take just a week while you're there, or 2 weeks while you're there. So the Elite Club is really like a couple of months prior. You need at least 3-4 months to do that. If you do the full executive, at least 6 months. And so what do we do while we do that? We vet out a lot of things, because when you go on a tour, you meet a lot of women, which is what we promote. You see our promotion, you have a lot of women you meet on a tour, and you will meet a lot of women on the tour. And that's great because you have a lot of possibilities, but not all of the women you're going to meet are going to be your match, right? So you might lose a lot of time with the ones who aren't what you're looking for, and you don't know it because you just meet. So with the Elite Club, we prevent that, right? We really prevent that. We vet out everything, everybody who's not matching your criteria, and you really go and meet the ones who are. So it's a little bit different, the approach. The relationship building prior is very different. There is a relationship building. So when you meet, there's no awkwardness. Everything is feels like a friendship already. So it's a little bit different. I will go to that a little bit later, into that more. Let me just answer a couple of more of your questions. So yeah, organic chocolate, still very, very excited for you. And thank you so much for your positive feedback. As I said, I just started to read your email. I have it open here. So let me see if I can just pull it up. But I recently had the pleasure of visiting Barranquilla. I must say it was an unforgettable experience. From the moment I arrived, I was captivated by the warmth and hospitality of the locals. Barranquilla is a vibrant and beautiful city with so much to offer visitors, and my stay was made even more exceptional thanks to a foreign affair. So that is just the beginning of organic chocolate review. It's very long, so just that you see it. So guys, that I will read it. So that I said, thank you so much for taking the time. I love it that you had a great experience, and thank you so much for sharing it with us. And I hope that I meet you as well soon in person. I imagine you will be back soon. And so yeah, that is really, really cool. If I go to Barranquilla, I want to hike to Ciudad Perdida. Cool, Jeremy. Ciudad Perdida is the lost city. It's close to Santa Marta. So if you want to go there, you have to take a tour from Barranquilla to the Ciudad Perdida. They said the tour packages. You can let me know if you need help with anything. And but the Ciudad Perdida hike is 4 or 5 days. Like there are 2 options. You can do it in 4 days or in 5 days. And you walk through the jungle to the lost city. What is the lost city? It's like, you know, we have a lot of indigenous cultures here. And so there is a you know, like in Mexico, the pyramids. Pyramids, sorry, my English here. I hope you understand me. Like the temples, you know, the pyramids where they were, worshipping, and so we have a huge temple here in Colombia. It's called the Lost City, and so as I said, you hike there 4 or 5 days, depending on the package you choose. If you choose 5 days, you hike less every day. If you do it in 4 days, you hike more, right? So it's a little bit more exhausting to do it in 4 days. But if you want to do it, just keep in mind you have to plan extra 5 days, maybe 6, because you have to get there and you have to get back, right? From Barranquilla to Santa Marta, it's 2 hours, and from here to Ciudad Perdida, where you start walking, it's like 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So from Barranquilla, it's like 3 hours to get there to where you start walking. So really cool. It's a really cool thing. If you can do it, you are, I think it will be a wonderful experience. So everybody, I haven't done it, unfortunately, I still have it on my bucket list, but everybody who has done it told me it was very special. They really loved it. So, guys, you're writing. That's great. I love that you're writing. James, how are you doing? Good to hear from you, James. Dear Maria, how was your trip? Where did you go and how was it? James, I've been to Alaska, and it was amazing. Guys, I don't know how many of you are from the US and are from Alaska. You have a beautiful country. There's so much to see. And Alaska is just wow. I mean, nature, glaciers, the nature was just breathtaking. The animals, everything. It was just really beautiful. I loved it. I will be back. I'm pretty sure I will be back. It was really cool. Let me see what you said. Okay, now the tourist visa for the women. So the tourist visa doesn't take a long time, but getting a little bit better. Like it's still up. Some do take up to 2 years still, but there are some tricks. So if she has to apply for a tourist visa, you can do that online. It's called DS-160. So you fill out the form. DS-160, I think it's the name. Put it please in tourist visa DS-160. I will Google it quickly for you. And yes, DS-160. Non-immigrant visa instruction page. So if you put that into Google, you will get the form. You can fill that form out for her. She can do it. You can do it. It's in English. I think there's Spanish translations as well. So in case she can do it too, but for most of the women, it's easier if you do it. And if you put yourself as the contact in the United States, like an address or a contact where she stays, because obviously if she has an American citizen there, it's a little bit easier maybe to get. And obviously filling out that form truthfully, right? So not lying on anything on that form. So if she doesn't speak English, don't put that she speaks English or stuff like that, which is normal. But because they obviously will verify the information in the interview. So you can do that form, pay for her. I think the value is around $150. I'm not sure if it got up a little bit in the last couple of years, but before pandemic, it was around $150. And so, yeah, so you can pay that for her, and then she gets an appointment in the embassy in Bogota. And so that is the thing that takes so long. Filling out the form, paying, you do that in 1 hour. But she has to get that interview appointment. So right now, the appointments are very far ahead. So that's why it takes 2 years. But there are a couple of tricks. So if you are, for example, if you tell your woman to be always on that embassy side, because there are cancellations of the dates. So for example, whatever, they had that date for 2 years ago, and that person had to cancel because she got sick. So that date, that interview date or interview meeting date is available again on the website. And so if you're there and attentive, you can see, okay, there was somebody canceled, maybe I can get in. So I heard several people who had an appointment in 2 years, but they were able to get it up to 6 months or up to 1 year down to up to 1 year down, for example. Still, it's a long time, but there are possibilities to reduce the time a little bit. So then she has to go, once she has that, she goes to the interview. And in that interview, they ask her a couple of questions. And then on that same day, she will know if she gets the visa. Because if they keep the passport, it's because they're going to give her the visa. If they give it back, she will not get the visa. So you usually know at the same day what's going to happen with you. And so it does take a little bit of time. Then you have the fiance visa, which is a little bit easier. And a little bit, not easier, but a little bit, it's not easier, but it's quicker right now. It usually takes a year, the fiance visa. And what you also can have in mind is that if she has a passport, she can basically travel anywhere. So except the United States, right? Because she needs the visa, but she can go to Mexico, she can go to Panama, she can go to the Dominican Republic. So there are different places around here which is maybe closer to you and easier to get, and maybe you can meet in Cancun. So some of you guys, for example, do that. You come to Mexico, to come to Colombia first, and then your second or third trip will be meeting in Cancun. So she flies there, you fly there, and then you meet there, spend a week there, spend some more time together. So that is also possible. Mark, hi Mark. I already missed you. I said Mark is not commenting tonight. So what's happening? Nice to have you back, Maria. Thank you so much, Mark. I'm happy to be back. And thank you for always being here and commenting. As I said, I was already like, where's Mark tonight? So yeah, really cool that you are here tonight. What are the cultural difference between the women when it comes to the dating preferences? How far is the hotel from the social? No, okay, so many. So let me see what we have in our schedule for tonight, because we have a couple of things prepared for you. Did I tell you that what we have prepared? So we have we have a couple of things prepared. So let's maybe start, and then I get more into your questions. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do an interview of Mike. Mike is one of our beautiful clients. He has been doing the Elite Club too, and he also been to the tour. He wanted to do both, so that was special. And so we show one of his experience on the Barranquilla city tour, so that you can see a little bit more of Barranquilla. And then we talk a little bit more about, obviously, your questions and why choosing Colombia and why meeting here. So let's go ahead, Kevin, and let's show the video of Mike and Gisle.
I'm here with Mike and Gisle. They're one of the couples that they met during the social night last night. So hi, Mike, how is everything going?
It's going pretty good. How's everything going with you?
Everything is going well. How is Gisle?
Mucho gusto. Muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Me alegra. So Mike, tell us a little bit about your experience so far. I know that it's your first tour. Also, you are one of the clients that is having other kind of program right now with us, that is a VIP program. So how is everything going? Why you took the decision to visit Colombia and the city of Barranquilla?
Everything is going pretty good. The reason why I made the choice to visit Barranquilla and be on the tour, purchase both packages, is because I want to increase my expectations. And so far, this is like my second day, so it's it's a little challenging, and just keeping an open mind, and things will unfold more of my expectations. So far, this have reached, like, I want to say about 75 to 80% of my expectations.
Okay, that is great. It's a good percent.
Yes, it's a good percent. Just to be on the positive side as to more events that's coming, and more activities.
Okay, today we have other socials, so you are going to have more options. But I want to know if so far here in Barranquilla you find the kind of girl that you was looking for. Like you say, like, okay, here in Barranquilla, I think that I can fit very well here in the city because the girls looks, or they are as you are looking.
Yes, I find a few girls of what I'm looking for, and Barranquilla is nice. The women are sweet, and they're very welcoming, and since it's not like since it's not a big tourist spot, we get a lot more attention. We become more of the center of attention here, so I like it.
Okay, that is great. And tell us a little bit also about the VIP program. That help you a little bit. Like, I know that you have a couple of video calls with some of the girls. So you think that is helpful for start the tour, or it's something like very different, like it's not necessary?
It's helpful. It's necessary, and when it comes to talking to the women and everything, I would say, going on different dates is good, but when it comes to writing letters and everything, the words that's being said, you're hoping that the reality comes as those words been said. And sometimes it does happen like that, sometimes it doesn't, and just kind of have to push harder and face the challenge. So far it's only been third day, so I'm gonna like keep it rolling. I think second day, today's Saturday, right?
Yes.
Second day, my second day from Thursday. No, third day.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, I hope that you're enjoying the tour, and also I hope that you can find that special one that you are looking for.
Yes, I hope so.
Bueno, hermosa, y tú cuéntanos un poco acerca de tu experiencia hasta ahora. No sé si es el primer tour al que tienes la oportunidad de participar o cómo te ha parecido, pues, como toda esta experiencia de salir con caballeros del extranjero.
No, primera vez que participo en el tour. Me pareció agradable. Al principio estaba un poco nerviosa, pero no, después cogí confianza, me relajé y pues no, me pareció espectacular. Pues conocí a un chico, estamos conociéndonos, ahí vamos y pues no, me pareció súper bien.
Me alegra mucho que estés disfrutando del tour y que también te haya gustado hasta ahora la experiencia. Cuéntanos un poquito qué estás buscando tú en un caballero, por qué decidiste agenciarte aquí con nosotros y por qué caballeros del extranjero.
Pues me gusta el extranjero pues porque quiero como experimentar otras cosas nuevas y pues busco más que todo un hombre que sea muy sincero, honesto, que sea detallista, romántico. Me encanta mucho lo atento que es con uno. Me afilié más que todo por eso a la agencia.
Bueno, y hasta ahora, ¿cómo le has pasado? ¿Cómo te ha tratado el staff? ¿Cómo estuvo la noche de anoche? ¿Disfrutaste del evento?
Sí, disfruté bastante, bailé, concursé, me reí. No, la pasé súper chévere.
Eso es lo importante, que puedas participar. Yo le digo mucho a las chicas que también no es solamente el hecho de que, bueno, sí, la idea es llegar y encontrar a tu pareja, pero también vivir y disfrutar el momento. Si quizás, digamos, en este turno es, en el próximo o a través de las cartas, a través de las videollamadas, tienes esa oportunidad bonita de conocer a un gran hombre.
Sí, si no en este momento, pues puedes tener conexión en otro tour o en otro evento y pues puedes encontrar a su chico ideal.
Me alegra mucho y yo veo que estás con una intérprete el día de hoy que está ayudándote muchísimo con el tema de la comunicación. ¿Y cómo te ha parecido el tema de llevar una intérprete a la cita que les ayude a comunicarse?
No, me parece súper chévere, las chicas son muy amables, muy sinceras, siempre están atentas a uno. Siempre.
Me alegra mucho que estés teniendo una buena experiencia hasta ahora y bueno, espero que todo fluya muy bien entre tú y Mike, y si no es con Mike, pues con otro caballero que llegue y se robe tu corazón.
Ah, gracias.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here today. And I hope that you can find a beautiful and wonderful girl too.
I hope so.
So guys, that was a little interview and you can see a little bit more of our city tour. Obviously, it was just a part in the market, right? We drive around, we go to the museum, we do different things. We go to the Hotel El Prado and it's really beautiful and fun as usual. As I said, it's always fun in Barranquilla. So that is just a little insight. So I'm reading more of you here, guys. Thank you really for putting so many comments in. I love that. So let me see. What did I not? It's getting updated. Okay. Thank you, Maria, for the info. You're very welcome, Rubber Band. Maria, I hope you had a nice vacation. Yes, I had a great vacation. Thank you, Mark. It was fantastic. I said it's wow, breathtaking, beautiful nature, beautiful, amazing. 10C, this thing, I'm thinking this September to Medellin. I recommend you that too. Medellin is also, as I said, it's probably the coolest city because there's so many things going on and the weather is always great. Great in terms of it's not too hot and not too cold. It's just like the perfect spring weather all year around. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And the women are also very, very attractive. I mean, Colombia is famous, right, for that. And probably the Medellin woman, very, very famous for that too. Very classy ladies, Brad. Thank you so much. I will see you soon, Brad. Yeah, that's great. When are you planning, Brad? Please, if you want, send us an email. If you haven't, you can reach out to info@afacolombia@gmail.com if you want. And let me know a little bit, and then we can help you also to set up the dates and a little bit with time, as I said, so that you really meet the ones you want to meet. somebody was asking, let me see, because you're changing. Organic chocolate. I would love for my Barranquillera to come for a visit during Christmas. If that's not possible, I already have a plan to invite her to the Weihnachtsmarkt in Germany this year. Oh, that will be a dream come true. I think that is one of the most beautiful things in Germany. If you can go in the beginning of December, mid-December to the Christmas markets. The Christmas markets are so beautiful. So, and they're in every city, small or big, but there are some which are very famous for their Christmas markets. And I think you will fulfill a dream with her if you go there. I mean, that was just so special. And a lot of the women from Barranquilla really would love to feel and see the cold, would love to see the snow, would love to experience that weather, because Barranquilla is always hot. So going to Germany in the winter, it's like probably the biggest true you can make true for her. So that is really cool. But obviously, if she can travel and be there with you, that would be great. But as I said, tourist visa does take more than 6 months usually. But try to apply, and as I said, be aware of the cancellations of the date of the meetings, of the dates for which are set up, of the interview dates, and then maybe she can get an earlier appointment and move her appointment a couple of months ahead. The cultural differences, we go into the cultural differences in a moment. Ismail, we have a little video as well. How far is the hotel from the social dawn? It depends where we are, in which city. In Cartagena, usually it's 1 block right across the street. So in 2 minutes, you're in the office. In Barranquilla, it's usually 3 blocks away from the office. And in Medellin, depending which one we're using, if we're using Hotel du Parc, our office is right away in Du Parc. If we're using the San Fernando, it's like 5-minute drive with the taxi. But what we usually do, guys, while we are on the tour, the staff are in the hotel in the week of the tour, the 7 days at least, the 10 days or 14 days, maybe then we're in the office again. But usually what we did in the last, all of the last tours, I think everybody from the staff got into the hotel the whole week we were working there, because it makes no sense. It makes sense, but it's for you more convenient to be like we're there. So we were always on floor 8 in June, and everybody came always to floor 8 in the hotel, found us, and that was the easiest. So you didn't have to go to the office. If you arrive earlier, as I said, if you stay a little bit longer, then you go to the office. But in the week, 7 days at least of the tour, we stay in the hotel. Music, my biggest concern is missing my flight out. Get to the airport early, even in Colombia, even more time. They are small, but the traffic is a beast. Yes, depends. I mean, I love Cartagena and Barranquilla and Santa Marta airports. They are amazing. Flying out is easy because they're so small. And Bogota, I always try to avoid Bogota if possible. It's not that Bogota is that bad, but in Bogota, you have to do migration most of the time. So, for example, you want to go to Barranquilla, you do, for example, whatever. I don't know where you're coming from right now, but you fly from the US to Bogota, and then from Bogota to Barranquilla. Your layover is in Bogota. So you do migration in Bogota. If you do migration in Bogota, plan 3 hours between that flight and the next flight, because usually for migration, you need 1.5 at least. We were really lucky last week. There was no one. We were out of migration like in 2 minutes in Bogota. I have never seen that. I have been a lot of times in the Bogota airport and migration, and it usually takes an hour. So at least an hour. And Medellin and Barranquilla can be 2, and Cartagena can be 2, depending how many flights from the US are coming right now. And sometimes they have them scheduled very, like Spirit comes with American Airlines, like 1 hour, 2 hour differences. So still there are some people in migration. That is when you arrive here. That's why I'm saying if your destination is Barranquilla and you have to do an hour migration in Barranquilla, it is what it is, makes no problem, not a problem. But if you have Bogota and then you have to go to Barranquilla, then you have to plan at least 3 hours between the layover. I give yourself 3 hours between the layovers. I know some airports you can do it in 1.5 hours. We had one in Panama now. We had like 1.5 hours. It worked perfectly. We were running, but it was okay. It was not that bad, but as I said, I was that person who always said, oh, okay, I don't want to spend time on the airports. I hate it. And now I'm saying, no, the earlier I can go, the better, because the stress is not worth it. You get really stressed out. And right now, there's always something, or the luggage people don't work, or the flight is canceled, or delayed, or whatever. Like there's always something in the last couple of years. I don't know what's going on, but there's always something coming up. So plan the time, do it. Don't stress yourself. You're going into vacation, just relax, go with a lot of time ahead, and try to follow what they tell you at the airport. My concern is the crime. Skishy plums, I would not be not worried about the crime, because I don't want to lie to you either, because obviously there are things that can happen, right? Like in every country you go, something can happen. I mean, I hear a lot of you guys that are from the USSA, actually really in the cities in the United States, there's a lot of crime, and depending where you go, it's really not that safe. And so it's the same here in Colombia. There are areas that are so safe, and there are areas where you're not going, where you won't go because it's not touristy. There are parts in the cities where I never go. What should I do there, right? But the touristy areas are very safe, like in Medellin and Cartagena, Barranquilla and Santa Marta. So depending where you go, and obviously there are some common things you can do to reduce any risk. For example, don't use any big jewelry, right? Don't use diamond rings, don't use diamond earrings, don't use a Rolex. Don't put a Rolex on your hand, and not a fake one either. Don't put any fake diamonds on you, for example. They cannot tell if it's fake or not fake, so they might try. And so don't show off, right? Would be my also, if you have a great iPhone, the latest iPhone, don't do this. Hi, here's my phone. I'm calling my mom. Here, a video. Mom, look how great this here is in Medellin. I mean, Barranquilla, wherever, Santa Marta, can be all good. For example, Cartagena, if you're in Old Town, you can take your phone out anywhere in Old Town. Old Town in Boca Grande, not everywhere in the city, but that's the places where you go. You're not going to any other place than Boca Grande and Old Town, because there is not so much to do anywhere. You might go on an island, but the islands are very safe. So you are with us, right? So you come with us, you get an orientation meeting, you are with an agency. We are with you every day. You have another guys with you if you go on a tour. If you go alone anywhere, you have us. We always can recommend you the drivers. We have drivers we trust. Uber is always an option. So driving the vehicle, private vehicles, I always recommend. Don't take a bus, for example. And don't show off. Don't take too much money with you. Don't take 5 credit cards with you. Don't take the passport with you when you go out of the hotel. Leave it in the hotel. Not because you're going to get robbed, and sometimes you can just lose it. Right? That's what I have. Like, really, I don't have a lot of crime issues at all. Like, most of the times you guys just leave your phone, or you just lose your passport, or lose your phone in the taxi. So that is really something I do not recommend. But crime, I mean, I lived here since 7 years, and I cannot say that there is no crime. Obviously there is, but really I was not affected by that. And really you can do a lot of things to reduce any harm. So if you go out, for example, partying, go out with a couple of guys. Don't go out alone, right? Go with 2 or 3 people. And if you, for example, Medellin, I always say that, take care of your drink. Women usually are used to that we don't leave our drinks like, we usually put something on our drink, or we leave our drink in front of you and watch it. Don't leave your drink somewhere there or somewhere there. As I said, in our tours, we never had any issues with anything in the drinks of any client. We haven't had never any issue with that, but I have heard things about it. So just when you go in a club, don't, as I said, don't leave your drink there. Just have it in front of you, or have a beer and have it with you. And that's the only thing you really have to do. Because it has happened in Medellin that some people put something in your drink, right? And sometimes it's the beautiful women that do that. So that's why I'm also saying, if you go in a club and a lot of beautiful women approach you here, be a little bit aware. It's not that they might not like you. There might be good women also approaching you, but usually it's a traditional country, right? So the woman who is traditional, she waits that you approach her. If she approaches you, that can be okay. Maybe she wants to dance with you or whatever. And there are some really beautiful girls approaching you, but those girls are working girls. And you will not know, because everybody dresses the same. So in some countries, you can say, okay, this is a working girl, this is not. In Colombia, it's difficult to tell. And so be always a little bit aware of that. That would be my tip. I'm not saying you cannot go out with somebody you just meet, right? At a club, you can. But it's like we're everywhere. Be a little bit careful. And if she's really beautiful and she's really young and really attractive, just saying, yeah, be a little bit cautious. Okay. But generally saying, as I said, like, we have no issues. It's really beautiful, and the touristy parts are really, really, really safe. So that is what I can tell you about that. And I love Colombia, and maybe I have gold teeth. I think that is not a problem. I don't know how many gold teeth you have, and that's okay. They will not not kill you and not rob you just because of a gold teeth. But as I said, a huge Rolex, a huge like jewelry, whatever. And as I said, if you stay in where we tell you to stay and do what we tell you to do, you should be fine. Yeah. And there always somebody says, oh, I want to do this, or I'm going to go out there, or somebody dragged me there. No, don't do that. Just listen what we say, right? And to avoid, maybe don't go party, right? That is maybe, I think there is not really a danger anywhere, but maybe the most danger can be on a party in a club where you maybe drink too much. So that can maybe, depending on who you are, as I said, we didn't have any problems either with any clients in that case, that clients went out and had a problem. We didn't have that. But yeah, that may be. But if you want to avoid that, I think that would be the best to avoid. And then we can give you a number of a driver, and then you will be fine, right? So you can really, I mean, there are people here who have gold teeth. There are people who have a lot of money here in Colombia. Colombia, you always think it's a poor country. It's not a poor country. There are people with a lot of money here, and they live here, and they are fine, right? Obviously, there's a bright population that is not that wealthy, but not everybody is looking for crime or looking for make danger. On the contrary, Colombian people in general want that foreigners come to this country, and really everybody wants to make you feel at home and feel safe, because they had this issue for so long. They had that bad image for so long, for so many years, that they really try to overcome that and really make you feel special. So, and really make you feel safe and really make you feel at home. I mean, look at me, I was 24 when I came here, and I didn't speak a word of Spanish. I had no idea, and I'm fine, right? So if I'm fine, you will be fine, okay? And I, as I said, had no idea what's going on in Latin America. I have never been there before. As I said, I didn't speak the language. I was 24. I was alone. I had nobody with me, and I came here basically to stay. I didn't know at that time, because it took me 3 years to realize. But after 3 years of moving all over Latin America, Colombia was my country. So let's maybe go into that, because it's already, wow, we're already over time basically. And we have like lots of things left. So let me see, we're getting into that. 5 reasons why moving to Colombia. And I'd be probably the best person to tell you what is the reasons. And then we have a little video prepared for you as well. And I think we're going to have a little bit, at least 30 minutes more tonight, because I know that there are still a lot of questions I haven't answered and a lot of things I want to tell you. So please stay with me and let me see what are the 5 reasons today to go to Colombia. Obviously, most reason you guys know is the women, right? And so obviously the women are a big factor why you should come. So let me see. We have some notes here. The women we're going to show you a couple of more. So let's see exactly. The dating and the women. So why the women really want to have families, right? They're really family oriented. They're really beautiful. As you know, that's why you guys are also watching this all here, because obviously you want an attractive woman, somebody who takes care of herself. So that is what a Colombian woman does. The lifestyle, the beauty, right? As I said, like they always make room for that and always want to be well presented and be beautiful for their partner. So that is definitely a huge factor. And so you're going to see more. We're going to have an interview as well with one of our new women. And yeah, definitely that is one of the reasons. I obviously didn't come for the women, right? I came for different reasons. But what was my reason? My reason was not the women, but the people in general. Like the people are amazing. Colombians are amazing. As I said, like, because maybe there was so much bad things happening in the 90s, and like they were so closed for a long time. There were not a lot of tourists coming, not a lot of foreigners. Like it was a very isolated place because people were scared. And so actually since like probably 15 years, maybe 20, it got a lot better. And then since then, as I said, really, the Colombians really want you to be here. They really want to make you feel at home. Mi casa is tu casa. That is, they mean it. Mi casa is tu casa. So if you go there and you need a home, you will have a home. They will offer you a home. They will offer you a place to stay. And even people who have never talked to you, it is incredible. Like really, it's incredible, the warmth, the hospitality, like the warmness and the welcomeness of the people. So there are a lot of beautiful countries in Latin America. I think I know them all, except maybe for El Salvador. But I know a lot of them, and all the countries are amazing. Mexico is amazing. Panama is beautiful. Costa Rica is beautiful. Nicaragua is beautiful. Honduras is amazing. I was so surprised by Honduras, how beautiful Honduras is. And the people in Honduras was a little bit the same like in Colombia, because Honduras has this dangerous image. I was so overwhelmed by the beauty of the people. So I think sometimes when the country has a bad image, the people really try to make that bad image go away, because they know it's not the truth. Like it's really not the essence. So I had that in Honduras, and I had that here. And it just, as I said, Colombia, apart from the people, if you love nature, if you love beaches, if you love hot weather, nice weather, summer, for me, that was one of the most biggest plus as well, because obviously in Germany, there's a lot of winter, cold, gray, not a lot of light. I just saw that in Alaska. I mean, it was summer in Alaska, and we had obviously at 2, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., the sun never got down, basically. But still, it was a little bit dark, because it gets like really cloudy and a lot of, really cloudy, and a lot of mountains. And here you're always, especially at the coast, the sun is always out. So if you're like me, like a person who needs like that vibrant energy, for me, I feed off the sun, of the heat, of that beautiful weather every day. For me, it makes a huge difference. So maybe the ones who live in Florida can relate to that. So definitely, the weather for me was a big factor. But more than the weather, because there are a lot of countries who have beautiful weather, it was really the people, the warmth of the people. So the dating, the weather, the culture, exactly. The culture, it's a very sociable culture. That's true. The people want to talk to you. So you sit in a taxi, and the taxi driver will always ask you questions. You are in an elevator, people say, hey, good morning, how are you doing? And you just talk, right? And it is very nice. It is really, you don't feel alone. You can sit right down at your, like on the street, drink a little coffee with the neighbors, and just everybody chats, and the seller comes by and he chats with everybody. So it's really, you don't ever feel alone. It's like, and they hate if somebody feels alone. So they always want to make you feel part of a group. And that is really beautiful. Very polite, very warm, very nice, very kind, very cheerful, and very friendly. So definitely a huge plus. Another plus is obviously the cost. Colombia is very cheap. I just came from the US, and it is very expensive compared to I would say, 30%, not 30, like 70% less. So you pay 70% less. And yes, so I don't know, if a meal in the US is $50, you pay 15 here. So it's really, plus the taxes are already included. So you guys have the thing, and then you have the taxes extra. So you have the price of the menu, then the taxes, and then the service 20% fee. And here it's 10%. So that makes obviously a difference as well when you go in a restaurant. Like lots of you men say that we come here and say, wow, go in a restaurant and it's really good food. You get really good food, good quality of food. And that is just really, really, and in general, the cost of living, you can get an amazing apartment for a 3-bedroom apartment at the front of the beach for $1,000 rent per month. You can get something for $500, obviously not at the beach with 3-bedroom, but a little bit further away. Like people live here with $300 a month. So that's the monthly minimum wage. So they are really cheap rented places. You can buy property really cheap. It's a great investment. You can make your own business here. That's the next thing, like the quality of life. Not only the cost, or the quality of life is different. The gyms, like let's talk about cost. Gyms, plastic surgery, medical treatments. Lots of you come for medical treatments, especially when you are from the US. Dental work, eye surgeries, hair plantation. Lots of you men are looking into how to get more hair. There are a lot of specialists and really good specialists in Medellin. and Bogota as well. But in Medellin, if you come and date, you can do both. Lots of guys do that too, come for medical procedures and date. And so you need sometimes a little bit of time to recover from your procedures. So it's a perfect timing to meet women and meet people and just be in the culture and be there. So with $2,000 or $3,000 a month, you live like a king here. As I said, with $1,000 a month, you pay the 3-bedroom in front of the ocean, and then you have another $1,000 left for your expensive, and that is plenty. As I said, at $300, people live with $300 a month here. So if you have $3,000 a month available, you live really well. And with $3,000 in the US, I don't know, you live okay, I think, but it's not that you're going to make so much. And so here with $3,000, you come really far. Rent is cheap, food is cheap, gyms, Uber, lifestyle is cheap. The local food is very cheap. Obviously, if you buy imported food, if you go to the best restaurants, they're a little bit more expensive, but there are a lot of local, really good food and really cheap, depending what you want. Spanish lessons, dance lessons, medical services, exactly. It's really, really not expensive. If you have a pension, I think which is less than $1,000, more than $1,000, $1,200, not a lot. You can apply for a retirement visa. There are investment visas. There are obviously marriage visas. So if you marry a Colombian woman, you also get a visa, obviously here. But you also, if you do an investment visa, you can buy a property, and then you get a visa, and you get directly a residency card. It's a certain amount you have to invest for that property, and then you get, I think, a three-year visa, which you can renew. So that just said about why is it so great in Colombia and why I'm here. It's that I love everything about it here. Like, as I said, the weather, the people, it's cheap, and the beaches, the oceans, you're at in the Caribbean, and you can feel that, and you can feel it by the vibe as well. It's a different vibe. It's a totally different vibe. So that about that. And so maybe we start with our video, which we also did a little bit about that. Why Colombian woman? Why choosing a woman from Colombia and not somebody from wherever, Germany, for example, right? So let's go ahead with that video. Why choosing a Colombian woman?
Why Colombian woman? Why would you choose Colombia to take a VIP service? And maybe our Colombian woman can tell why a Colombian woman.
Well, there are a lot of reasons. One of them are because we are really familiar people. Like we are women.
Family oriented, yes.
Family oriented. We are women that we like to take care of our family, to take care of that man, to be. My darling, do you want to eat this or do you want to do that? Like everything, we're very like in that way to our men, and also with our children. We also love children. We also want to have children, and even here, like we have children in early ages. So when you are already in the 30s, like you need a man already in your house. You need your man.
And social pressure is big. That's true. Yes.
So that's like something that also a lot of people ask, like, why? If she's 30, does she want to have children? Yes, she wants to have children. Because that's like a social pressure here that
and part of the culture, yeah.
It's part of the culture that if you don't have a partner there, then you're going to be alone for the rest of your life, something like that.
Yes.
So that part also, I think that we are the type of women that we also love always to take care a lot of ourselves. We always love to be like with the earrings, with the matching of the clothes, everything like the hair,
the
nails. We love that. So that's part of us, of making like also happy that in that way ourselves, but also like the man,
partner, yeah.
Because obviously
you take really good care. Yeah.
Want to take care of yourself to make
and also look good for your partner. Yeah.
You even like take care of your partner in that way. Like
yes.
Baby, you can put like this type of clothes, like not in like making a decision for him, but
helping, yeah, supporting
to make him feel better too. So that's also like a part of our being.
The woman, yeah, very much with that. Like the partner is important. Like really, the family life is important. What you said, it is priority here. The women are very affectionate, very caring, very loving, very outgoing. Lots of fun. Colombian people are just joyful. Barranquilla is just another level, but really joyful, really you will like really warm. That's what I always say, cálido, right? Like really warm people who make you feel at home. I mean, I'm German. I came here without any plan of living in Colombia, and I just fell in love with the culture, with the people. And they are really, really great people, and they are really beautiful and great women who really appreciate the man. Because sometimes here the men don't treat them that well. They cheat, they drink, they're not responsible, and so women get a little bit tired. They want to be only one. They want to be the only one, and here often they are not the only one. And so that is why we have so many single women in our database who are looking for that special person. And you guys, I know that you're looking for that special woman who helps you taking care of the family, who is the traditional woman who still. Exactly that. Be with you and there and oriented into the partnership and not only work or career. I mean, the women here also work. It's not that not. So you can find a little bit of everything. They work. They also study. Like all the young women are like really, really not career oriented, but also want to go ahead, obviously. But they always have in mind the family. They never forget it. So even if she works, even if she studies, she will always take care of the family, and she will always take care of her children. What? Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, you work, you studied, and you did that. So, So yeah, guys, if you have any questions to me, to Ginella, you can reach out to us anytime, and we will leave you our phone number and the email address below so that you can see that in the video, and you can just inquire the service. As I said, it's usually 3 months. If you do the full executive, as it's whole Latin America takes longer, it's 6 months, and really this process we recommend because the longer you can take to get to know her, the better. And I don't know, do we have something else to say? Colombia is amazing. Latin America is amazing.
Okay, guys, so back now. I hope that helped you a little bit. Ginella and I, we are doing the Elite Club on a very regular basis. It's our favorite program. I think everybody's favorite program here. And we're very proud because we're the only country where we can do this Elite Club. Obviously, we have the executive program where if you're interested not only in Colombia, you can do different Latin American countries. So it includes Peru, Costa Rica, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela, the countries Honduras, the countries you would like to meet somebody. So that is an option for you if you want to meet several women from different countries. The Latin executive service is a possibility. Obviously, you can also do Asia, you can also do Eastern Europe, and you can combine. So there are different possibilities. You can do 1 region, 2 regions, 3 regions, or you say, I only want to do Colombia, then it's the Elite Club Colombia, and it's cheaper for you. And so I really encourage you to do that because we have 3 offices. We have over 3,000 profiles here, and so there's a lot to choose from. And some of you were asking here, let me see who was asking. Oh, guys, I love it. You're writing so much. Don Trock is asking if I have some very specific requirements for what sort of woman I'm looking for. Is the tour with associates the best options? Is there a way to only meet women that meet my requirements? So I would tell you, no, the tour is not your best option in that case. If you're really specific in what you're looking for and you know what you want and you're serious, then the tour is not the best option for you. I would say the Elite Club is the best option for you. And then we can really filter out the whole database with my help, with Ginella help, and the help of all the matchmakers in Colombia, all the office managers, Claudia, ladies, Manuela, Alexandra, Maria, Ginella, everybody's working, helping you, finding that match. And also what we do, we always ask questions to the woman before you even go on a video call with her. For example, you want children. For example, you want somebody who moves, you want somebody who is active, right? She works out. And you want to have somebody where okay, what is the situation with the family like? For example, I don't know, maybe that's important for you. What is the situation with her mom, with her dad? Is that a stable family? Whatever, right? So what we do is we ask those questions. Some men want to know how good the English is and really know how willing, how motivated she is, or if she has children, if she's open to have more children, or if she has no children, if she wants them. So a lot of things that for you men are very important depending who you are, right? And so before you even go on a video call with that woman, we're going to ask all those questions. We define those questions. We usually do a 3-hour, you and me, we're going to do a 3-hour meeting. And then we define your parameters, your requirements. We talk about everything. There's a questionnaire you fill out. It's a very deep process. It takes like 3-4 hours that day, and then we work 3-4 months together. And every week we go on Zoom calls together, and obviously do your video calls and dates with Ginella. And so it's a very beautiful program, and you really meet the women who are matching your criteria. The ones who go on the video call. Obviously, we feel then if there's a connection, you're going to repeat that video call. And as I said, it really matches your really specific requirements. So Don, what I would recommend you, if you want, send me an email to info@afacolombia@gmail.com, and I will send you that information, and we can hop on a phone call if you want, and I can tell you a little bit more about the Elite Club. Why is it special? And why you should do it. For me, I would do it because I do see the tours. The tours are amazing. The tours are great. So please, if you want to go, everybody's different. There are men who love the tours, who really want to go on the social. There are men who don't want to have so many women. Like I think Mark was saying here, like so many women would overwhelm me. And that's okay. There are men who get really overwhelmed by so many women in one room. And it's not necessary that you meet 100 women. Now everybody's like, no, it's not necessary. No. I mean, it's great to meet 100 women because you have a lot to choose. It's a numbers game, right? That's what we always tell you. It's a numbers game, so it's good to meet a lot. But in the Elite Club, it's a numbers game too. You can meet as many as you want on the video call. You can meet 3,000, what you want. But we had clients who went on 100 video calls with 100 different women. That's extreme, but we have usually it's like 20, 30, for example, right? And from those, you narrow it down. And once you narrowed it down every week, we help you narrow it down. You're not alone. We help you. And what is the great about that? As I said, there's the relationship building. So not only when you meet, if not when you finish the Elite Club, usually you start a relationship. Most of the men start a relationship or have at least 1 or 2 women, 3 women, 4 women that they're still dating, and then they start the relationship a couple of months later. But most of the men really start a relationship, and lots of our Elite Clubs are engaged, and lots of them have babies already, so they're on their way. So that's really, really cool. Not everybody wants to share their story. Lots of the Elite Clubs wants to stay private as well, which I totally respect. But to let you know that this is a really successful program, and we really encourage you to take it because the cost in the end is a little bit higher. But if you compare it to tours, you pay basically the same. And you get a different kind of service. So as I said, for everybody, there's a different service. Some people love the tours, and I think for a lot of people it can work. And tours are a great way to experience the culture, to go there, to meet, to experience different type of women. You can go and meet a lot of people, but also the tours are sometimes confusing. Why? Because there are so many, and then there's one beautiful woman who grabs your attention, and you are focusing only on that one, and then you miss out the other ones who also were interested in you, and then you go home and maybe you're focused on the wrong one, right? And so that can happen, but it does, it should, it takes time to really figure out who's the right one. It's not that easy, but in the Elite Club, you will see there will be, like most guys who were on the Elite Club say, okay, before they travel, like I have 5, 6 women who really, I don't know, I could then marry all. And obviously you will not marry 5 or 6. And obviously there's only really one, you will feel that connection with that one. And also it takes time to get to know people, right? So, but I said the Elite Club for me is the way to go. The way to go is to go. It doesn't matter if you go on an Elite Club, on a tour, on individual introduction, or you just come because you're curious and you just want to do a vacation, you don't date, come to Colombia. There is no doubt that you should travel. Even if you don't date, if you just go on a vacation, go to Colombia because really it's an amazing country. If you love nature, if you love mountains, if you love beaches, if you love the Caribbean, if you want to see whales, if you want to go in a great city, if you want to, whatever you want to do, golf, paragliding, zip lining, hiking, whatever. Like there's so many things to do in Colombia. It's really amazing. So if you just go on a vacation, you will not be disappointed. Not at all. Really not. But go and meet and date is definitely a great thing to do. And as I said, the deeper the service, maybe the more help you will get. In the tour, remember, there are a lot of people in one tour. As an Elite Club, you get a personalized one-on-one with me and Ginella, right? So, and that for 3 months. So it makes a difference. The Latin Club, Dawn is asking if the Latin club is, so obviously the Latin club is the same with the tour. You can always send us your hot list, and that what we do in the Latin club as well. You have up to 21 dates included. So you send us usually a hot list, and we start organizing the dates from the woman you have in your hot list. And obviously we also, if one is not interested or whatever, we know that you're looking for that type of woman, we make you suggestions as well. But it's not in that deep amount and not that deep and not that long as you do it in an elite club service. So there's a huge difference still between a Latin club and an elite club service. The Latin club is great because also you meet a lot of people, and yes, you can, as I said, send us your hot list, but you will not get so much more information like until you really meet. While you are in an elite club, you get a lot of information before you even meet. You meet virtually a lot, and also be helpful, as I said, in the whole communication, asking the right questions to the girls and vetting out the women that are not meeting your requirements. And so with that, you save time. And in the end, saving time, saving money, because I see a lot of you guys focusing sometimes on the wrong ones. And so you go on one trip focusing on the wrong one, you have to come back, still focusing on the wrong one. Then you realize you focused on the wrong one, so you come back, now you have to meet more. And so now you're 3 trips in. So how much are 3 trips? Flight, vacation time, etc., hotel, etc., or you do it once. So lots of the ones who do the elite club say I should have done it from the beginning. Why didn't I know about it? So I tell you, guys, please keep the elite club in mind. It's our favorite service. So, wow, you just keep on writing, guys. I love it, I love it, I love it. So let me see what I have not responded yet. So the Latin club is tailored. Let's say like that. You send us your requirements, you send us the hot list, and we set up the dates, okay? How many women are expected to attend the tour? I would say around 80, 90 women are expected. We usually invite a lot more, but I would say around 80, 90, maybe 100 is realistic, depending. It will be not as big as our Medellin tour because we have not as much space, so it's very much limited. But we always usually invite 6 or 7 women per man. So enough to choose from, guys, really. Where will you meet 6 women just for you, and then you have another 90? You know, it's incredible. Craig is asking for the Barranquilla tour. Are there any costs in attending the boat trip, the party bus, the barbecue pool party? I heard the city tour is for free. So that is the beauty of the tour and of the tour week. The tour week is really cool and really a lot of fun because, as I said, this first experience is a great experience. You're going to meet, you're going to experience Colombia. You're in a very safe environment because everything is organized. We organize the hotel, we organize the airport pickup. We help you in everything. We set up the dates. Like you're in the whole, we take care of you thing. And so you don't have to worry about a lot. And we have a lot of extra activities. So the city tour is for free for yourself. But if you want to bring a date, you pay for the date, which is usually around $40, $45 for the date. And if you take a translator, you pay for the translator, the ticket, and as well as the translation time. Translation time is usually 20 hours per hour, $20 per hour, sorry. And so you pay not for the city tour for yourself, but if you want to bring a date, which most of you guys do, because obviously you don't want to go alone on the city tour, so you pay for the date. And then, yes, all the other activities are with an additional cost. We try to keep the cost low so that you guys can participate because we want you to participate in those activities because it's more fun to do so. And so the party bus is, I think, around $40 and includes drinks and party all night. You drive around the bus, the whole city, the whole night and party and dance. It's really cool. It's not expensive. It's at $40. The barbecue pool party is around, I think, $55. But we're trying now to maybe change it a little bit and maybe get the price a little bit down to a different thing so that it's not that expensive. So yeah, there for the boat trip, I think it's $35. But it's beautiful and it's really cool per person. So you do pay additionally if you want to participate in that additional activities. But if you do not want to participate in the activity, you don't participate and you don't pay, right? You can always go on a lunch date, dinner date, walk, goes to a mall, do some different activities. So you don't obviously have to do the extra activities. But I really would encourage you to do so. And as I said, we try to keep it at the low price so that it's accessible for you and that you have fun while you are on the tour. That is our aim. It's not that we make a lot of money off those extra activities. I look forward to coming to Colombia, and I'm calling this week to get more information. Rubber band, that is amazing. Cool, cool, cool. You can, as I said, call the Phoenix office. I think you see our phone number here. And you can also write me an email if you want. And yeah, be happy. Call us. If you, sometimes when in the Phoenix office, the operator, you have to press zero or press for group tours. I don't know what is Michelle extension. So you do Anna, Michelle, or the operator. Operator is Brianna. So if you do zero, she should reply. If she does, it's because she's in a call. She's replying calls all day long. So sometimes you guys don't get hold of her. Try with one of the extension, but try get back to Brianna because she can also help you. And if you cannot, write me an email, because sometimes really the line of Phoenix, there are a lot of people calling. They're always calling everybody back. You can also leave a voice message. They always make sure, try to make sure to call everybody back. But I heard some of you really don't get through. So if you don't get through, write an email. I get back to you. And if not, somebody of the team gets back to you. Please specify in which city you would like to go, then I can really forward it to the manager where it belongs to. So if you say I want to go to Medellin, I will send it to Manuela, and Manuela will reach out to you right away. Okay? So if you don't reach somebody in Phoenix, you can reach us as well here, and then we reach out to you. Okay? Which tour option is the best for me? Don, okay, that is the same question. So Don, no tour option for you Elite Club. So if you want to have a talk with me about that, and if that fits you, or if maybe still the Latin Club or the tour is a good option for you, let me know, we can talk, okay? I can wait for November. I will be in Medellin, Jeremy. That is really cool. Great that you're coming to Medellin. We also have a tour in November in Cartagena. So you could also head over, go to Medellin, meet there, and then head over to Cartagena and maybe go still to one of the socials or go to the tour or meet women in Cartagena. That is possible too. It's very cheap to fly from one place to the other. It's like 1 hour flight. It's around $50, $60 one way, depending how quickly or how far ahead, like how last minute you book, right? But it's cheap, it's easy. The easiest fly with Avianca. There's not so many options. We had a couple of airlines going bankrupt in April, like 2, Ultra Air and Viva Air. So Avianca and Latam and Copa are the most common South American airlines, or Central American. SR Gross is saying, I loved South America from 87 to 90. Wow, that is a long time ago when I was there. I look forward to returning. It has changed a lot, but it's amazing. Like, really come back. SR Gross was Gross. I think you're German. Did he not write something? Yeah, you're German. I'm from Regensburg, Germany. 1000. Die Frauen von Kolumbien sind erstaunlich. Das sind sie. Erstaunlich, wunderschön, super nett. Definitely worth meeting. So yeah, SR Groß, ich weiß nicht, was dein Vorname ist, Sebastian vielleicht. Ja, sag Bescheid, schreib gerne eine E-Mail, ich bin happy, dir zu helfen. Also sag einfach Bescheid. So we have people from everywhere, all over the world, so that's really cool. And he's saying the Colombian women are really surprising or really like breathtaking, like really cool, like really amazing. So yeah, they are surprising, they are amazing, and they're really beautiful. And it's a lot of fun. It's like, as I said, they're really warm, and that is different from our culture. Not talking bad about my culture, yeah. Great video, thank you, gracias. I'm heading out. Go, bye-bye, Squishy. We are also finishing here. Let me see what we have. I'm ready to be overwhelmed, said Ismail. That's good. And believe me, the overwhelm will go away. After 3-4 tables, you will get used to it. Like when you do the social, you get used to it, and you will not be that overwhelmed anymore. But some of you guys, and I had it in the last June tour in Medellin, there were a lot of women. It was the biggest tour we had ever. And yeah, it was a little bit overwhelming because there were a lot of women. We had like 140, 130. I don't know how many we had. We had a lot. And so, yeah, it's a little bit a lot sometimes, but really believe me, you will not regret it. Like going to a social is a one-time experience, or twice or 3 times, but it's a lifetime experience. And so definitely I would answering I'm reading here, answering questions. That's what I'm doing. Looking what is still on my line today. I think we will leave the Sylvia and Clara videos out for tonight. We leave that for next week. Oh, I know you guys always love the woman, but maybe do that, or maybe do one. But I would love to show you the tutorial how we submit your tour request for Barranquilla. We have 2 spots left. guys. So make sure if you want to come, really sign up. 2 spots. It's not a lot. And Barranquilla, as I said, I don't want to say, but it's kind of my favorite tour place. I cannot say it because I don't want to, right? But it's all the tours are great, but Barranquilla is very special. So now, why you ask me, some of you guys were asking, what is different in Barranquilla? The energy of the social. That is my quick question. The energy of the social is different. I mean, we have fun in every social, but the Barranquilla socials are always the most fun. So I don't know, that is for me very, very special. So if you're considering a tour, do definitely consider the Barranquilla one. I love it. So let's go with how to submit your tour, order if you want to go on a tour. So Kevin, let's go with that. And then I get one more time back to your questions. And then we're going to finish for tonight. See you in just 2 minutes.
Hi guys. In this short video, we will teach you how to successfully sign up for the Barranquilla Latin Tour. Go to loveme.com and check in the right-hand column and search for tour dates for Latin America. Search Barranquilla and select the dates that you want to be in the tour. Scroll down and you will find a form. Please fill the boxes with your preferred dates and fill out the form. Watch out for the auto-renew box. Select if you want to pay per month or for one time. After submitting your personal information, you click on Submit and automatically you will get redirected to the payment page where you can pay with a credit card. To reserve your spot, you only have to put a deposit of $475 down, and you can change the reservation up to 3 days prior without charge. 30 days prior to your travel, the full tour amount has to be paid. After your submission, a representative from the Phoenix office will reach out to you and send you the additional paperwork for the tour. If you have any questions or difficulties to register, please reach out to our manager Claudia in Barranquilla by email, phone, or WhatsApp. Email afabquilla@gmail.com. WhatsApp +5730 2288 1962.
I'm reading and you're still asking. So let me get you quickly into your last questions, okay? So that we see a woman's attitude is the key. A 9 can drop to a 3 real quick if her attitude is lousy. Yes, I agree with you. And sometimes you guys go for the 9s, for the 10s, and you sometimes leave out the 7 or the 8s, which are beautiful. And they're so much more nicer, approachable. That's why I'm saying don't always go for, you know, the sweetest candy, the most obvious and the most beautiful, which is great. You can, obviously, that's why we come, you can try. But I would also look a little bit left and right. Don't go for where everybody always go, you know. And the attitude, I think so too. There are some women who have just such a great energy and you will feel it. And the social, that is why I love the social so much, because you meet women you were not expected to meet, or you meet women you saw on the website, but you don't even recognize them because they look so different. Or they're women you would not even choose. And then you sit in front of her and she's like amazing. Like, wow, who is she? Like, and then you look at the profile, you're like, wow, like really? Like, and that happens every single time. So for me, the social is so great because you meet so quickly and you can feel instantly if there's a connection. You meet, you know, you feel. It's crazy, but you would know. And so definitely this is why I love the socials. So I cannot tell you, everybody's different, everybody has a different need. And so I think depends on who you are. Any of the services can be really great, okay? Or depending on one of the services can be really great. Said is saying, I work remotely in Medellin, but originally from the States. Can I just Can I still join the dating program? Yes, Said, of course. We have a couple of people living in Medellin or living in Barranquilla and go on dates. Definitely the better, because you are here, you have time, you don't have to go home, you have time to really date, get to know the person, you don't have time pressure. So definitely you can go on individual introduction, you can go on a tour. You said as you are on the tour, if there's a price difference, yes, we can take out the hotel nights. There's an amount we can take out and give you a little discount if you don't use the hotel. It's not too much. You will still pay 3,000 something, I think. I have to check how many nights and everything, but it's definitely possible to participate. And as I said, you can also go on any time as you're in Medellin. You don't have to wait for the tour. You can go on individual introductions anytime. So if you want, come by the office. It's located in the Hotel du Park in El Poblado, Carrera 41 con 9, I think. if I don't want to give the wrong address right now because I don't really, but yeah, so that is Hotel du Parc. And then there's our office. Go ask for Manuela or write me an email. I send you Manuela's number, and then you can meet and set up dates if you want, or reach out and see if you want to join our tour. So yeah, definitely you can join. Say, Said, we would love that you join. That would be really cool. Everything in Colombia is cheaper, Jeremy says, definitely. Organic chocolate in Colombia, everything is significantly cheaper than the US. The food is of higher quality and more natural. I agree. The cost of living is very manageable from a US perspective. Yes, definitely very cheap. Definitely you will save a lot of money coming here. I hear Colombia has good organic food and food is cheaper. Squishy is saying. Yes. Hi Melvin, how are you doing? Is next Legends tour schedule out yet? Melvin, no, I think on Monday we're going to have it online, hopefully. Monday, Tuesday, around that, check the website and we should have the new schedule. We do have a tour planned in Barranquilla, I think in January, and Medellin in February, Cartagena in April, Medellin in June. We have added one in October for Barranquilla. So the schedule is relatively similar to the one from this year. We added a Barranquilla tour and then we changed. I think we have Barranquilla first and Medellin second. I think this year we had Medellin first and then Barranquilla second tour. Next year we're going to have Barranquilla first and then second. See, most Colombian women take care of themselves and work out. Yes, they are. They do. Harvey, lots of beautiful ladies in Colombia. Found my fiance there. Great. And she will be here with me in the US soon. Oh, that is amazing, Harvey. That is really cool. Did you meet her through us? Did you meet her alone? Let me know. And Leslie saying 50,000 after the flights. What do you mean? How much we spent in total? I don't know. I mean, if you do an elite club, maybe your question is regarding the elite club. The elite club is 8,000, and it is, as I said, for 3 to 4 months, and then you pay your flight and you pay your accommodation, and then you go on dates as well. So let's say, I don't know if you spend another 7,000. I don't think so, because you have translation included. So in the Elite Club, you have translation included throughout the stay, 10 or 14 days, depending on the options you're choosing. So you have up to 8 hours of translation included, so you don't have to pay that. You have express mail credit included, and you have video calls included. So you don't spend more than that, really. Maybe spend one more video package if you want to do more video calls. That is possible. Some of you guys do spend one more video package. It might be another $1,000. So let's say maybe you are 9,000 with that, and then you fly to here's 1,000 maximum, because you see $400 depending where you are. Let's say 9,500 a hotel. This 100 whatever dollars a night, maybe $100 a night, maybe less depending on the hotel you're taking. I don't think you pay 15,000. I don't think so. I don't think you pay that much, and depending how long you stay. If you do a tour, in the tour you pay 3,500, let's say, and then you pay another flight, and then you pay the date, so maybe you pay another 3,000. So maybe you got like 6,500 with the tour for 7 days, more or less. And then if you do an elite club, but as I said, it's not for 7 days, it's for 3 months, right? So maybe pay 12,000 or something for 3 months. So maybe giving you that perspective helps, I hope. So guys, I think we're at the end of the evening. So what would I tell you? Sign up for Barranquilla. Only two spots left. The ones who really have specific requirements, are serious and want a more personalized experience, reach out so that I can give you some information about the Elite Club. Without any compromise, you can just write me. I give you the information. If you decide not to do it, no problem. The Latin Club, the individual introduction. So any service you choose is great. The most important is make the decision to come. Make the decision to meet that woman, not just sit here at home and just watch and watch and watch. Really make it happen, because we have seen it for people who have not thought it's possible to match women, men who, we have seen really miracles happening, and not everybody needs a miracle. Lots of you do not need a miracle, but we do have seen it, and we have seen amazing connections. So definitely recommend you coming. Doesn't matter. And if you just go on a vacation, just come, make it happen, and come to an office, just talk to us, get an idea, go on one date, right? Just try and see how you feel. And so don't make more excuses. Don't sit at home and say, no, that's not for me. That's la, 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 la. It is for you. And believe me. And we always show you the interview. I've seen so many men, so many guys who have been like you, sitting at home, thinking about it. And really, I encourage you, you will not regret it. I think the most regret is really that you do not come. And I think they always say in Colombia, the most dangerous thing is that you want to stay, like that you don't want to leave. And that was happened to me. I never wanted to leave. So, and a lot of you, it happens. Like some of you just are the first day here and said, I don't want to leave and I will be back, and you already know. So lots of you really match with this country right away. So if that's just you and it calls you, come. Don't be afraid. It's a really amazing place to come. So sign up for Barranquilla, 2 spots left. Sign up for the Elite Club. Sign up for any service if you want. If not, sign just up to take a flight to Colombia. I see you next week. I think me next week, or Manuela, we will see. I see you next week, guys. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Thank you for writing me. Thank you for having so many comments. I'm always loving that. And see you next week. Bye-bye.
I'm here with Mike and Gisley. They're one of the couples that they met during the social night last night. So hi, Mike. How is everything going?
It's going pretty good. How's everything going with you?
Everything is going well. How is Gisley?
Mucho gusto. Muy bien, gracias a Dios.
Me alegra. So Mike, tell us a little bit about your experience so far. I know that it's your first tour. Also, you are one of the clients that is having other kind of program right now with us. That is a VIP program. So how is everything going? Why you took the decision to visit Colombia and the city of Barranquilla?
Everything is going pretty good. The reason why I made the choice to visit Barranquilla and be on the tour, purchase both packages, is because I want to increase my expectations. And so far, this is like my second day, so it's it's a little challenging, and just keeping an open mind, and things will unfold more of my expectations. So far, this have reached, like, I want to say about 75 to 80% of my expectations.
Okay, that is great. It's a good percent.
It's a good percent, just to be on the positive side as to more events that's coming, and more activities.
Okay, today we have other socials, so you are going to have more options. But I want to know if so far here in Barranquilla you find the kind of girl that you was looking for. Like you say, like, okay, here in Barranquilla, I think that I can fit very well here in the city because the girls looks, or they are as you are looking.
Yes, I find a few girls of what I'm looking for, and Barranquilla is nice. The women are sweet, and they're very welcoming, and since it's not like since it's not a big tourist spot, we get a lot more attention. We become more of the center of attention here, so I like it.
Okay, that is great. And tell us a little bit also about the VIP program. That helped you a little bit. Like, I know that you have a couple of video calls with some of the girls. So you think that is helpful for start the tour, or it's something like very different, like it's not necessary?
It's helpful. It's necessary. And when it comes to talking to the women and everything, I would say, going on different dates is good, but when it comes to writing letters and everything, the words that's being said, you're hoping that the reality comes as those words been said. And sometimes it does happen like that, sometimes it doesn't, and just kind of have to push harder and face the challenge. So far, it's only been third day, so I'm gonna keep it rolling. I think second day. Today's Saturday, right?
Yes.
Second day. My second day from Thursday. No, third day.
Third. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, I hope that you're enjoying the tour, and also I hope that you can find that special one that you are looking for.
Yes, I hope so.
Bueno, hermosa, y tú cuéntanos un poco acerca de tu experiencia hasta ahora. No sé si es el primer tour al que tienes la oportunidad de participar o cómo te ha parecido, pues, como toda esta experiencia de salir con caballeros del extranjero.
No, primera vez que participo en el tour. Me pareció agradable. Al principio estaba un poco nerviosa, pero no, después cogí confianza, me relajé y pues no, me pareció espectacular. Pues conocí a un chico, estamos conociéndonos, ahí vamos y pues no, me pareció súper bien.
Me alegra mucho que estés disfrutando del tour y que también te haya gustado hasta ahora la experiencia. Cuéntanos un poquito de qué estás buscando tú en un caballero, por qué decidiste agenciarte aquí con nosotros y por qué caballeros del extranjero.
Pues me gusta el extranjero pues porque quiero como experimentar otras cosas nuevas y pues busco más que todo un hombre que sea muy sincero, honesto, que sea detallista, romántico. Me encanta mucho lo atento que es con uno. Me afilié más que todo por eso a la agencia.
Bueno, y hasta ahora, ¿cómo le has pasado? ¿Cómo te ha tratado el staff? ¿Cómo estuvo la noche de anoche? ¿Disfrutaste del evento?
Sí, disfruté bastante, bailé, concursé, me reí. No, la pasé súper chévere.
Eso es lo importante, que puedas participar. Yo le digo mucho a las chicas que también no es solamente el hecho de que, bueno, sí, la idea es llegar y encontrar a tu pareja, pero también vivir y disfrutar el momento. Si quizás, digamos, en este turno es, en el próximo o a través de las cartas, a través de las videollamadas, tienes esa oportunidad bonita de conocer a un gran hombre.
Sí, si no en este momento, pues puedes tener conexión en otro tour o en otro evento y pues puedes encontrar a su chico ideal.
Me alegra mucho y yo veo que estás con una intérprete el día de hoy que está ayudándote muchísimo con el tema de la comunicación. ¿Y cómo te ha parecido el tema de llevar una intérprete a la cita que les ayude a comunicarse?
No, me parece súper chévere, las chicas son muy amables, muy sinceras, siempre están atentas a uno. Siempre.
Me alegra mucho que estés teniendo una buena experiencia hasta ahora y bueno, espero que todo fluya muy bien entre tú y Mike, y si no es con Mike, pues con otro caballero que llegue y se robe tu corazón.
Ah, gracias.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here today. And I hope that you can find a beautiful and wonderful girl too.
I hope so.